What are some really amazing animal facts? The Greenland shark reaches sexual maturity at 150 years old and lives 300 to 500 years. Always fascinates me there's something that can live that long. I think that is one that goes blind pretty quickly due to parasites, but just says stuff it. I barely use eyes anyway. Being blind for 500 years, what a nightmare. In clownfish, each school, tribe, whatever, has one female and a head male, and the others, all males. If the female dies, the head male turns into a female, and the next in line to the leadership throne would be the male leader, and bang, the former male leader. Yeah, clownfish are wacky. So in Finding Nemo, Marlin would have turned into a female, and Nemo would have had a mom but no dad, and Nemo would have banged his dad mom. Ravens can mimic sounds and speech as parrots can. They found that ravens can actually learn words and form coherent statements. They can usually learn about 200 words, the same as a toddler. A horse's teeth take up more space in their skull than their brain. Foxes use the Earth's magnetic fields. Like a guided missile, the fox harnesses the Earth's magnetic field to hunt. Other animals like birds, sharks, and turtles have this magnetic sense, but the fox is the first one we've discovered that uses it to catch its prey. According to new scientists, the fox can see the Earth's magnetic field as a ring of shadow on its eyes that darkens as it heads towards the magnetic north. When the shadow and the sound the prey is making line up, it's time to pounce. So do they only attack north or something? Sort of. I did more research and found this from a study. They found that foxes strongly prefer to jump in a northeasterly direction around 20 degrees off from magnetic north. This fixed heading was important for their success as hunters. They were more likely to make a kill if they jumped along their preferred axis, particularly if their prey was hidden by high cover or snow. If they pounced on the northeast, they killed on 73% of their attacks. If they jumped in the opposite direction, the success rate stayed at 60%. In all other directions, only 18% of their pounces were successful. Unlike humans, dolphins most actively decide when to breathe. Captive dolphins have been known to hold their breath until they die of suffocation, which some have suggested amounts to dolphin suicide. So it's a manual breathing then? Yes, I think it's called active breathing. A man can hold his breath until he passes out, but his nervous system will reflexively kick in and force him to breathe again. Dolphins are not wired this way. This is also why they never truly sleep, as they need to consciously maintain their respiration. When a specific species of carpenter ant realizes it's going to lose the fight it's having with another insect, it latches onto them and blows itself up. Membranes along the ant's body can be activated that'll lead to combustion. Special enlarged glands in its head mean the explosion sends a glue-like substance shooting out that will very likely entrap the previous presumptive brawl victor. Sperm whales in the Caribbean have an accent. Is this real? Yep. Sperm whales in the Caribbean and Pacific Ocean speak different dialects. The babies start out babbling, then pick up the family language from those around them. It's one of the arguments for whales having culture. Hippos are some of the most aggressive animals on the planet. If a crocodile is a wise hunter that chooses its battles wisely, a hippo is that one dude that's always looking for a fight because he spends way too much time at the gym and hasn't found a reasonable use for all his muscles. They're territorial as hell, capable of charging you at almost 40 kilometers per hour on land, and frequently pick fights with whale boats. They have mouths built to kill. 2, those giant teeth are only for combat and can grow up to 1/2 meter long. That's right, hippo teeth can get as big as an average human's forearm. With teeth that big, you might be asking yourself, wait, just how big are hippos? Which is a question you should never have asked, because the answer is bigger than you're comfortable knowing. Hippos are more than 1.5 meters tall at the shoulder, meaning if you want to stare down a hippo, it would look you dead in the eye before opening its mouth more than a meter and biting you in half a feet. Made even more terrifying when you learn that hippos are primarily herbivores and kill just for the hell of it. They can weigh more than 4,500 kilograms and grow to more than 5 meters long. They kill more than 500 people a year in Africa. And in 2014, one attacked a boat filled with Nigerian school children, killing 14 and biting the boat in half. For bonus points, let's do some physics. As we all know, Newton defined force as mass times acceleration, or F equals ma. A hippo can move at 40 kilometers an hour, which some conversions tell us is 11.1 ms. Multiplying that by the theoretical weight of an adult male hippo will tell us that a charging hippo can hit you with 49,950 newtons of force, which, for the sake of simplicity, will round up to 50,000 newtons, or 50 kN. If you're looking at things in orders of magnitude, that's 5*104 N. Now, I'm not a physicist, but a quick Wikipedia search tells me that 45 kN is about the force produced by a small car during peak acceleration. 50 kN is half the force exerted by a seatbelt and airbag on a passenger if they crash headlong into a wall at 100 kilometers an hour. The maximum force ever exerted by a human during a clean and jerk lift is 80 kN. Hippos don't mess around. Penguins. 1910 to 1913, Scott Antarctic expedition on the sexual life of penguins was deemed too shocking for the public. During that time, he witnessed males having sex with other males and also with dead females, including several that had died with the previous year. He also saw them sexually coerce females and chicks and occasionally kill them. There was an early Antarctic explorer who witnessed Adelie penguins doing much this, and he was so shocked he wrote notes in Greek and kept them hidden. Owls bob their heads up and down to help improve their depth of perception. You can try it out yourself. Focus on an object and bob your head. It doesn't work for us, but you do look like an idiot. Is it also true that owls' eyeballs are oval and that's why they have to be able to rotate their heads 360 degrees because they physically can't move their eyeballs? Yes, and they also have long legs. Killer whales have accents and regional dialects. Surprisingly, a lot of animals have dialects. It is even proved that accents of cows can differ from meadow to meadow. A cow can move different than another cow only living 100 meters away. Caterpillars have over 200 muscles in just their head. My favorite fact about some caterpillars is that they still exhibit behaviors after they transform into a butterfly. When they form a cocoon, they release enzymes and literally digest themselves into a soup of cells, despite basically turning themselves into a smoothie. When they re-emerge as a butterfly, they will still exhibit the same behaviors they had as a caterpillar. A giraffe's neck has only 7 bones, same as a human's. All mammals have the same number of cervical bones other than the manatee, 2-toed sloth and 3-toed sloth. There's an intelligent species of jumping spider called as the Portia spider. These little munchkins are specialized spider hunters with different tactics for a particular problem. Their favorite food is the common weaving spiders. Their tactical range from imitating fallen debris on the prey's web to directly attack their prey. Their venoms are potent against spiders as it will only take seconds to paralyze their prey. I hate spiders and I'm not going to Google that one, but it gives me a weird comfort to know there's a spider hitman out there. They don't look creepy. In fact, they're really small and kind of cute. Well, at least for me. They're your usual curious jumping spider, except they look a bit different, but still the same jumping spider species. In a fox couple, if the vixen dies, the male fox will become single for the rest of his life. Now, if the male fox dies, the vixen goes off to find another partner. Various species of tarantulas around the world will keep frogs as pets. The tarantula protects the frog larger predators, while the frog protects the spider from smaller pests such as ants. I wonder why a cute children's show hasn't been made about a tarantula and a frog. Woodpeckers' tongues are super long and wrap around their skull inside their head to provide cushioning for their brain when they peck. Edit. They definitely have long tongues that wrap around their skulls. Thanks for linking the diagram, but the role that plays in cushioning is probably not significant. There's been a lot of information provided on that and how they are able to deal with the impacts on a comment below. I had to look up this diagram to understand it. Really helped me wrap my head around it. The blobfish looks like a normal fish underwater, but since order a deep sea fish, the depressurization makes it look like what we see in pictures. I really want to see a blobfish underwater now. I too always have. I've heard they look like normal fish underwater thing before, but never seen the proof.